Good morning. Nick Markey here, physical therapist and online fitness coach. Going on my morning walk, talking with you live this morning. As usual, here is my walking companion Snickers. We got Wednesday, 17th of June. Today I want to talk about something that resonates with me a lot. It's, you are worthy of the investment. And what does that mean? So I'm someone that I struggle with, thoughts of self-worth, or low self-worth from time to time. And I'm sure there are quite a few people out there that do as well. And so when you feel that way, you oftentimes are probably not going to feel like, one, you're worthy of other people's love, and two, maybe you're not worthy, investing, in yourself. So on the first point, I've definitely felt this, and I would feel strange or weird when people would express, their love for me, my family and friends. And and it stems from that feeling of low self-worth, where you're like, well, why would they want to love me? I'm not worth anything. It's not true. If you're living and breathing on this earth, you are worthy, for one. Okay, so even if you weren't on this earth, if you're on our future moon base or Mars base or space station, you're still worthy. If you're living and breathing, you are worthy. Okay, so that's first and foremost. And two, people, expressing their love for you, your family, your friends, you deserve that. You do deserve that. And if you do feel low self-worth, like I have from time to time, it's you almost like don't believe, for some reason you don't believe it, that somebody else might love you. So you do have to love yourself. And if you do struggle with those thoughts, it's not just as simple as just, saying I love myself. It takes a process. You do have to do some self-reflection. And I think you have to talk about it. Like, to be honest, me doing these lives does help a lot. I've also gone to counseling. I've also talked to my wife about it and just completely opened up about it. So you do need to talk about it. You need to get it out of your head. Because the more those thoughts stay in your head, the, harder, I wouldn't say harder it is to overcome them, but if they stay in your head, it's going to be hard to overcome them. Okay? So you do need to get them out of your head. And maybe for some people, talking about it initially is not going to be easy. So, maybe writing it down first. And then, obviously going to a counselor or mental health therapist can be helpful because you are talking to a stranger who's a professional in that stuff. So, being able to kind of just unload on them without, someone you don't know, can be very helpful. And you are worth that investment. So if, those thoughts of self-worth will possibly make you go, I don't think, it may not be this like exact thought, but this could be the reason why your brain is doing this. Those thoughts as low self-worth could be like, I'm not worth that. I'm not worth spending the time and money to go, work on myself because I'm not worth anything. But again, like I keep saying, it's not true. You are worthy. And two, I kind of see it sometimes with the health and fitness as well. You know, your health and fitness, you know, just your, you know, how your body works and interacts with the world. You know, if you have that thoughts of low self-worth, again, you're not gonna feel like you're worth an investment to, you know, improve those for whatever reason. Oh, I agree, Nas. You gotta love yourself, but it can be hard to just do that, right? That's like saying somebody that has depression, just cheer up, right? They need to cheer up. It's not as easy as that, but I agree. Um, so from what I see it from like a fitness coach perspective, um, someone wanting to make a change in their life for whatever reason is already a pivotal moment, okay? It's because most people are never gonna want to change, right? Most people are gonna stay the same and stay in their comfort zone, and that's just the way it is. And then sometimes, what's the video keep doing the lighting thing? That's weird. So when someone does want to change, you know, that's a pivotal moment and you want to seize on that. That's, you know, that motivation could be fleeting. Now, if I'm talking to somebody about what's going on and why they, you know, are looking to do this or that, you know, what's their goal, what's their reasons, you know, that kind of stuff. You know, eventually it's gonna get to the point of like, okay, what's all this cost, right? So what's the investment for, you know, this service? Because the whole point of hiring a coach is so that you have someone to guide you, to educate you, to empower you, so that you can reach, your goals, right? And also have an objective third party look at your, look at your situation, you know, instead of you just trying to pull yourself up out of the trench. Not that, you know, people can, you know, sometimes do it on their own, but a lot of people can't. And it's nice to have kind of a professional to guide you through it. Anyways, so you get to the point where someone says, you know, what's the investment? What's the cost? And, you know, yes, coaching isn't cheap. Neither is your health. And I think sometimes, you know, there's a reason why somebody may not want to invest would be potentially the feeling that they aren't worth it. They aren't worth that investment. You know, they'll spend money on everyone else, you know, they'll spend money on this and that, you know, and spend time and effort doing things for other people. But when it comes to ourselves, oftentimes we have a hard time stepping forward and making that commitment to say, Nas, what are you talking about? I love dogs. Anyways, so, you know, the person feels, I can understand, you know, they don't feel that potentially, this could be one of the deeper reasons, they don't feel like they're worth it and potentially not worth the investment in their health, even though it's something they know they need and it's something they want, you know, because of the things they've already told me, you know, the reasons why. And you know, that's not an easy hurdle to get over. Like I said, I've been there, and still, you know, those thoughts come time to time. You know, the feeling of low self-worth, so not feeling like, you know, what would be the point, kind of feeling of, you know, spending time or money, you know, improving myself. So, and frankly, I don't know the best answer to it. I don't know the best answer to, I don't know the best answer to overcoming that thought or that feeling. You know, like I said, realizing, I think the best thing is to get those thoughts out of your head first and foremost. That for me has been the most helpful thing. Yes, you can tell yourself you are worthy and you are, you know, worth XYZ, but and that could be helpful, don't get me wrong, but I think the important thing is to stare at the thing, you know, talk about it. Like I said, I kind of call it, you know, my little bastard. Bring it to light and talk about it. And I think the more you do that, and then like I said, there's potential that maybe actual professional counseling, that I'm doing it to help myself hopefully rewire those thoughts and whatnot, because they are just, in the deepest physiology, it's just a bunch of neurons that are wired that way. So if I can rewire them, because you can rewire your neurons. Now again, that's not a guarantee that will happen, but maybe I can rewire a few of them to make it a better situation overall. So without getting too technical. Anyways, I just want to make this just talk because it came up the other day. I was talking to a client about it and the idea of self-worth and making an investment in health, and I was thinking about it, and I was thinking that, you know, that might be sometimes why someone expresses interest in changing and seems very, very motivated, and then when it comes to actually taking the leap of faith, you know, to some degree, then it could be hard if you do feel like, if you do have those thoughts, those low self-worth thoughts, because then you're not going to want to spend the time or money trying to do that, because you're stepping out of your comfort zone for one thing, and then two, you're having to put, you know, financial and time and effort, resources into changing yourself, or improving yourself. And if you, like I said, if you don't feel like you're worth it, then that's going to be a barrier in terms of that. So to recap, I can't say I know for sure what to do for those thoughts exactly. I know it's helped me a little bit. It's been, you know, doing these Facebook Lives and talking about it, and also talking about it with, you know, my wife and family, and also, you know, actually going to professional counseling. And yeah, and I think it's just like anything we talk about, it's a work in progress. It's something you work at every day, just like, you know, building up muscle or losing fat. You know, that's just, it's, you work at it a little bit every day, you chip away at it every day. And I think the same thing. Good work. Nice. Made your bed. Good job. Love it. Just like everything, you kind of work at it a little bit every day. And again, where a coach can be helpful is being that objective third party to help you see that, because a lot of times people will give up early, you know, when they don't see success as fast as possible. You know, we tend to be quick on giving up. So anyways, love talking to you guys, so I think I'll end it there. And yeah, so I'll see you guys around on the internet. Talk to you tomorrow. Hope you have a great Wednesday. Peace.